Alright, Shalom Israel, I'm back. I'm going to try to wrap everything up in this video. And this last segment is dedicated to all of you pastors, preachers, elders, deacons, shepherds, anybody who heads over the flock of the children of Israel. Anybody, any type of leader over our people, right? And the reason why I'm saying this is because everybody can't can't keep our people from coming back to Zion. We know the churches is gonna do it. We know Esau's gonna do it. We know our so-called black entertainers and leaders and politicians is gonna do it. But the elders of this Israelite movement, you can't continue to hold our people, right? So I'm gonna say all of you guys in one voice, let my people go, that they may come and seek the face of the God of Israel. And I'm gonna read some scriptures to say why I say that, right? I'm gonna go to Micah 7, Micah 7 and verse 9, because Israel's under these curses, right? And we all know we living in the days of the Most High gonna take the curses off, but how's He gonna do it? Let's see. I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against Him. So Micah is saying, I'm going to bear these curses because I know I messed up, right? Until I will bear the indignation of the Most High because I have sinned against Him. Until He plead my cause and execute judgment for me, He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold His righteousness, right? And I'm going to skip down to verse 11. In the day that thy walls are to be built, in that day shall the decree be far removed. So the Most High is saying to Micah, when we go back home and rebuild these walls, then He's going to remove the indignation, the curses from off of us. And that's simple. I mean, that's common sense, right? Like it says in Amos 9, we shall rebuild the waste cities, the tabernacle of David, right? And let's see. Let's go to one more. Um, let's go to Second Chronicles, because this is a scripture that's always being quoted, even in the Christian church. And now I'm gonna really just touch on some scriptures that I know is being, it's kind of being misinterpreted by a lot of Hebrew camps. So I'm going to Second Chronicles 7 and 14, right? And this is a scripture that's always being quoted, one of my favorites, right? But let's read it in its context. If my people, which are called by my name, you know who that is, that's Yasha, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face. What does it mean to seek the face of God? We're going to find out in a second. And turn away from their wicked ways. Then will I hear from heaven and forgive their sin and will heal their land. So this is what we're praying for, right? But we still haven't done one thing. We still have not sought the Most High's face, right? So I'm gonna read one scripture to see how do you seek the Most High's face, right? Let's go to Psalms 24. Let's see how we seek His face. Psalms 24, right? And let's see, verse 3. Who shall ascend into the hill of the Lord? That's a question Most High is asking. Or who shall stand in His holy place? He that hath clean hands and a pure heart, who have not lifted up his soul unto vanity, nor sworn deceitfully. He shall receive the blessing from the Most High, and righteousness from the God of his salvation. This is the generation of them that seek Him, that seek thy face, O Jacob. Selah. So now that leaves us with another question. We know how to seek His face. We got to ascend into the hill of the Lord, or into the holy place. So the question is, where is the hill of the Lord, or the holy place? Let's go to Psalms 2 in verse 6. Yet have I set my king upon my holy hill of Zion. Mount Zion is the face of the Lord, right? It is the holy hill. It is the holy place. Like Christ mentioned in Matthew 24, stand in thy holy place. This is what's going to be our refuge. Only in the Most High, right? So I'm going to touch on a few more scriptures. Better yet, let's go to Hosea 5 before we go deep. Hosea 5. 'Cause I'm going to go deep. Okay. And Elder Eugene, I still haven't forgot about you. I'm still going to break down the Garden of Eden. I ain't forgot. I got so much to do. Uh, Hosea 5 and 14. For I will be unto Ephraim as a lion, and as a young lion to the house of Judah. Even I, will tear and go away. So the Most High is going to destroy us and go away. Where's he going to go? I will take away, and none shall rescue him. So he's going to destroy us, and none's going to be able to deliver us out of the Most High's hand. That's Ephraim and Judah, right? I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense and seek my face. In their affliction, they will seek me early. So obviously, I see what it is now. Israel, you have not been afflicted enough yet. You got to go through some more of the police shooting our kids down in the street. You got to go through some more getting thrown in jail, beaten in the street for jaywalking, for spitting on the concrete. You got to go through some more of getting fired and laid off and waiting in that welfare line, in that unemployment line. You got to go through some more of that before you go have enough affliction to seek the face of the Most High, right? So the thing is, let's go to hey, the Most High said he's going to go to his place until we seek his face. So where's the Most High's place? Let's go to Psalms 9 and 11. We're just going to go precept upon precept, just a simple way. This is how I was taught how to read the Bible from elders like Elder Barak, Bayath in California, in LA, Big Bayath, down with We Got Next. I learned from various guys, GOC, Gabar, Rakah. I learned from Elder Nathaniel as well, Israel United. I guess I'm just all over the place, Some people would call that a bad thing. But I was taught that we only gonna get this thing here a little and there a little, because not everybody has the full truth. But let's see where the Most High's place is. Psalms 9:11. Sing praises to the Lord, which dwelleth in Zion. Declare among the peoples his doings. So the Most High's place is in Zion. So we got to acknowledge our offense and seek his face. So now I'm about to make some Hebrews mad. Now let's break down a few of these wilderness scriptures. Let's go to Ezekiel 20. And you know the one. I heard Joel, a brother, break this down on YouTube, and I was going crazy because it was the first time I heard a brother finally break this thing down the way it was supposed to be. So I'm going to break it down too. As I live, saith the Lord, surely with a mighty hand, with a stretched out arm, with fury poured out, will I rule over you. And I will bring you out from the people, and will gather you out of the countries wherein you were scattered. So he's going to bring us out of all of our lands of captivity. With a mighty hand, and with a stretched out arm, and with fury poured out. And I will bring you into the wilderness of the people. Where does this wilderness at? Where is this? So many different breakdowns on this wilderness. Where is this at? There I will plead with you face to face. There's the clue. There's the clue, right? Of where this wilderness is. and face to face. So let's get a precept to figure out where this wilderness is, where we will be pleaded with face to face. The real, I mean, he just gave you the answer. Where's the Most High's face at? Let's go to Isaiah 64 and 10. Figure out where this wilderness is. Isaiah 64 and 10. Read it with me now. Thy cities are a wilderness. Zion is a wilderness. Jerusalem a desolation. See how simple the Bible is? If you just read it, precept upon precept. Let's go back to Ezekiel and finish that. Ezekiel chapter 20, the famous wilderness verse. Everybody breaks down falsely. But anyway, back to where we were. Okay. Verse 36. Like as I pleaded with your fathers in the wilderness of the land of Egypt, so will I plead with you, saith the Lord. Right? And we did not start dying until Moses came down from the mountain and found us going off. We didn't. I mean, a lot of us didn't make it out of Egypt because we went against Moses. But anyway, verse 37. And I will cause you to pass under the rod, and I will bring you into the bond of the covenant. And I will purge out from among you the rebels, and them that transgress against me, and I will bring them forth out of the country where they sojourn. They shall not enter into the land of Israel, and ye shall know that I am the Lord. And what is that saying? It's not saying that you shall not enter into the land of Israel, because if you brought out of the lands of your captivity into this wilderness, you're already in Israel. You just won't make it into the kingdom. The purge were the 2/3. Let me read that real quick about the 2/3, because that's another scripture that everybody is off when they read. And that's the brother from Texas calling me. I might have to call him back, but let's get Zechariah 13. This scripture is one of the most misread scriptures I've ever heard in the truth, right? So let's read it. Zechariah 13 and 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, what land? Well, we're going to see. Saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. Left therein where? In this land. So the question is, what land is the 2/3 going to be cut off in? Let's go to verse 1. In that day there shall be a fountain open to the house of David and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem for sin and for uncleanness. I don't know why the Hebrew brothers love to read this verse out of context. I used to too. You know, I came up in that teaching. I'm not mad at them. But the 2/3 is going to be cut off in the land, and they will be left therein, that same land. And I will bring the third part through the fire, which is in Joel 2 in the first 3 verses, which is in Zechariah 2 in the first 4 verses. And I will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried, and they shall call on my name, and I will hear them. And I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my God. So this is simple. I mean, this is common sense. Okay, I'm going to have to make another chapter because I ain't going to be able to fit everything.